Several years ago, I was asked to to have a funeral for my brother-in-law who was dying of bladder cancer, and he didn't want to. He wanted me to come and read some of the older prayer book prayers for him, and I was very impressed, and didn't know quite how to do that. And I talked with my friend, Father Bill Taylor, one of my Episcopal friends. Bill Taylor was a priest. He was an athlete, and we were both progressive, and we had seats next to one another at the TCU baseball games for 10 years. And he said, to give an Episcopal funeral, you first need to celebrate the life of the person. You need to give solace to the people who are grieving, and you need to hear about the resurrection. I'm going to give you one of those three things. I want to talk about Sylvia's life for celebration. I've received a number of cards and letters from friends about her qualities, and I chose one to read to you tonight. Is Julia here from Austin? Okay. Julia, I'm going to quote your letter for this august group. I think people will appreciate how wonderful it is. Dear Tim, Julia was Sylvia's friend and worked for her in the education department at Laguna Gloria. They would go out and do neighborhood art shows, have all kinds of fun things. It sounded like really a wonderful time. She wrote, Dear Tim, beautiful Sylvia, beautiful in so many ways, elegant, generous, and so beautiful. She was a wonderful mentor to me and a real leader to the docents. She was dynamic, dramatic, and she could hold a room. And she was so much fun. Our thoughts and prayers go out to you and your family. Sylvia will live in all our memories. Thank you for writing that, and I'm so honored to be able to read that. She continued her art experience. She was taught for TCU in the adult education. She taught art classes to people at the various Fort Worth museums, and several of her students became docents, and I was very pleased about that. I'm very pleased to talk about the second part of this, and that is to give honor and respect to her caregivers. She, at the Staten, she was hired by Overture. We hired Overture Home Care to help her with activities of daily living. At first, I started off from 8 o'clock in the morning till 5 o'clock at night. She had trouble getting to bed and needed help, so we increased the hours from 8 in the morning until 9 at night. I've never seen a group of more wonderful caregivers than we had at the Staten. They include, in alphabetical order, Anna, Ashley, Brianna, Funto, and Quante. I invited them. Are some of them here? Anna, bless your heart for being here. I'd hoped Funto was going to be here. There she is. And Ashley. Ashley was the one who was mostly full-time, and she would be there every day, Monday through Friday. And one of the things that was so valuable was Sylvia didn't answer her telephone very much, so I could call Ashley, and we would exchange messages. I would ask her how I could help, and she would tell me the things she needed. Ashley, in her spare time on weekends, would go out and shop and get her things. She introduced me to the concept of pull-ups, and I didn't know what a pull-up was. I thought a pull-up might have been one of the pull-ups at the bar, but she would go and get Ashley pull-ups, and I would have no idea how to buy pull-ups for Sylvia. So that was wonderful. As time passed and Sylvia became weaker, Ashley would take her food either in the dining room or in the room and would have to feed her because Sylvia was unable to. Really a devoted experience. One of the things that was very valuable for me that I'm going to use for the rest of my talk are the messages that I exchanged with the caregivers. Anna, who's right down here, was responsible for several of these. This was about a week before she died. It says, "Hello, Mr. Tim. Just wanted to let you know she looks sick and she is missing her left hearing aid. She has only one when I arrived and she was already in bed, so I was not sure whether it could be. I did look around and didn't see it. Perhaps the other caregiver might know more." One of the important visits we had was on Monday night on the 23rd of February. Sylvia was having, she had seen other people and was doing poorly. Her oxygen saturations was low. I talked with Hal and I said, "Hal, we need to make a decision. Do we need to get an ambulance and send her to the emergency room or else take care of her here at the Staten?" And we both agreed the Staten was the appropriate place. One of the most fortunate things was I called the church to tell them about this and talk with Paula. And Paula and I talked about it, and bless her heart, she was free that evening and came by and gave her last rites. And Sylvia was awake part of the time and appreciated that. And Anna was there. This was a message that Anna gave me on Monday night, the day before she died. Monday night, I gave her extra hugs and told her I love her a few times, telling her that I would be back on Thursday. She gave me a smile each time and a lovely demeanor. How could I not love her? We had plenty of good moments. She is forever loved and will be remembered dearly by me. Thank you for your appreciation, Mr. Tim. Thank you, Anna. Funto was there that Tuesday, the day she died. She was staying with her at the Staten and stepped out of the room for a while and went back into the room, and Sylvia had to stop breathing. So she was there helping out. The next day, on Wednesday, she wrote me a note. No, this was Anna again. I'll have Funto's quote in a minute. "Wednesday, I'm so sorry for your loss, Mr. Tim. I'm so sad, and my condolences for you and your family of your loved one passing." When Funto wrote me again, she says, "I know she's in a better place. May she rest in peace, and may her memories remain in our hearts. She was a gem. I adore her. I pray you and your family find peace in her memories. Many condolences. The Lord is your strength." I just thought that was a wonderful message and a prayer. And Paula, my recommendation is if we need more priests here at St. Christopher, we might give Funto a call. God bless us all. Thank you.